People with OnlyFans, have you ever been randomly recognized in public? If so, what happened?
There's a girl I work with that intentionally gives out her info where she works at. She did it at her prior job as well. I think it's either to control the situation or for the added revenue stream. But it spread like wildfire in a place that employs 1,200 people, and I'm shocked she still works here.
Recently in my day job I had a new client who I was having Zoom meetings with, and she was adamant she knew my voice. She keeps bringing it up every week, asking if I have done radio, podcasts, VO work. She keeps joking she will get to the bottom of the mystery somehow. I started making erotic audio for women and built up a pretty solid following during subsequent lockdowns last year. After she brought this up, I checked my Patreon subs and she subscribed to me 9 months ago with her work email. I honestly am just waiting for the penny to drop. Edit number 1, holy crap, this blew the beep up. Thanks to all of you have subscribed on Patreon, we'll say hi to you all soon. For everyone messaging about how I got into this, I will write a little update here later on with some links and general advice. I don't want to spam the comments, but if you want to hear me, just check out the links in my profile. Pornhub is a great place to start for free.
No answers yet, so I'll chime in. Other way around, I recognized a girl at a party/rave that I'd seen in professional but alt/amateur style porn, just nude photos, not actual sex acts. She could tell I recognized her, I'm sure. I just said, I love your work. We became friends.
Not over me, but I saw an ex on a random porn site once. I asked if she knew or not, since she was an early childhood teacher and it could have cost her her career, and she made out it wasn't her. It had her full face and her tattoos with some of her stuff in the background though, so I think she knew the video I was talking about and got embarrassed or something. We slowly stopped talking after that. I remember going through my history about a few weeks later and the video was taken down.
I've never actually been recognized, but I've had guys I'm talking to on the platforms I work on think that I'm someone they know, and I have to convince them that no, I'm not that girl from Arkansas that you know on Facebook.
My wife knew a coworker who was fired for filming herself fingering herself on a vacant hospital bed for her account. Someone saw her work badge and reported her. When everyone found out, over half of the staff knew who she was and some of them signed up to her.
Not exactly, but I did recently have a subscriber asking me to sext, which was then followed by him disclosing that he actually knows me and was a bit embarrassed. I told him he had nothing to worry about and in general I'm a very sex-positive person. He then revealed who he was and was pleasantly surprised it wasn't an ex or something, just an acquaintance who I had met a couple times and overall is rad guy smiley face. I have a couple friends from real life on my page, but same deal, as long as they are respectful I'm happy to have their support.
Not sure, but I saw a crush I had in high school on Pornhub a while ago. Surprised the hell out of me, and I haven't talked to her since she graduated, before I saw.
I have been recognized one time by a guy at my favorite coffee shop. He was actually very nice and not creepy, which was awesome. I did send him a picture of my tits with a mug in front as a joke later.
Supposing it's like seeing someone you know at an adult shop. You both know why you're there, yet you can't tell anyone you saw the other there without explaining why you were there. Because everyone gets horny sometimes.
Just a guy, but I heard it's hard for women to get started on it now because of the crowd, so some will put their link on their Instagram or Facebook.
I live in LA. I saw a very famous MILF porn star sitting at a cafe. It made me do a double take. Left her alone because she seemed to be on a first date with a dude, and I didn't want to ruin the date. Edit, okay, holy beep, inbox is blowing up. Thank you for awards, but don't beep give them to me. Go donate money to the Veterans Hospital or some other charity. I'm not saying who it was. There aren't that many MILF porn actresses and I honestly don't know her name off the top of my head. Thank you for all the jokes. You guys made me chuckle.
I had a guy recognize me. Thankfully he was pretty chill. He low-key followed me for a bit, then split ways, then sent me a message on of saying he saw me. And that was it. Half of my family know what I do, found out, but almost none of my friends. I imagine it would be awkward if someone actually came up to me and started talking about my line of work lol.
Yes, I was recognized at a modeling event I worked. The guy was also a model. I had the misfortune of working next to him the entire time, where he begged me to pay me to watch him masturbate in real life. It was weird.
Recognized a guy who works at my doctor's office from his cosplay account, where he also happens to post risque lingerie photos from time to time, which I did not consider when I asked him about it. Rip.
I worked with a nurse who was a high-level administrator and a bit of a hottie. Her husband was an attorney who helped set up porn sites for one of his clients. We were at a conference once and after a few drinks she admitted that her butt was a banner for several of the sites. I'd never been to them before, but when I looked at it, it sure looked the shape and color one would expect to be hers. Tame photo and just the one. The next time we got drunk she told me the same story. Was almost the reverse of what Op was probably going for here.
Yes. Once when I was visiting Dallas, a guy came up to me and said he recognized me by the shirt I was wearing. I had wore the shirt in a public nudity shoot I did. It was creepy because after he said hi, he followed me around the mall. I managed to lose him in a Forever 21 lol. I hope I never experience Thar again.
Noah, but I used to be a camgirl on a popular site, not to be named. Someone used a recording program and shared videos of me during a set on multiple porn sites, very much against my permission. Well, it got back to my family and other people in the small town I'm from. It's still hard to be seen in public there, and my family disowned me for a number of years due to the shame and embarrassment. All because I was struggling to make ends meet.
Actually, the only people I would pay to see naked are people that I know.
Kinda sparse here, so would 4chan count? I posted some pics to a long time ago. Went over to a friend's house a few days later and we were browsing pics on his laptop when lo and behold there's my ass from the 4chan pics. He recognized my bedroom in the background and saved M. It was flattering and we're still friends, cheeky smiley face.
TFW, a good question is asked, but it lacks a serious tag, so you know the replies are all going to be jokes.
There's been a few times where I've been hit up by other guys on Grindr being like, it's you, but it's only been a couple instances. Mine was a specific fetish account, and 99% of my people were not local and spread out across the world. I think there's maybe like 4 people who are local of my 800 followers, so tiny percentage. There was one time where a guy was really inspecting me at a gas station like he was trying to figure out who I was behind my mask. Makes me wonder. LMAO, I've recently quit 3 months ago since quarantine is ending. I got vaccinated, and I can go back to work. It was fun at first but lost its charm quickly and became low-key stressful. I'd feel really bad and guilty because some of these guys would get really obsessed and parasocial, and I didn't want to encourage those kind of unhealthy relationships. Made me feel kinda scummy tbh. Found out I do not have the heart to hustle, and that's okay, haha.
I was in a public bathroom at a urinal, next to a guy. I could see he recognized me, but couldn't quite place me. He looked a couple of times at my face. He then glanced down at my dick. Alter Edward. He suddenly exclaimed,
I one time swiped on Gabby Carter on Tinder, AMA.
Regular at my bar years ago was in Burning Angel, years and years ago. I never mentioned that I recognized their work.
Saw a high school girl I always thought was hot 10 years later at a strip club. Had a nice polite conversation, then she asked if I wanted a dance. Yes.
Obligatory, not me, but my cousin-in-law works in porn. We all went out to dinner and this kid who couldn't have been more than 20 years old was at the restaurant with his mom. He keeps eyeing my cousin all shy and doesn't really know what to say, probably didn't want to mention in front of his mom where he recognized her from. Eventually cousin and the mom were in the bathroom. Mom nicely asked cousin to take a picture with her kid and she agreed. If only mom knew LMAO.
I would recognize that asshole anywhere.
May your day be filled with joy and happiness. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe for more quality content every day.